It's James Banks here for TLR Reviews. I've got the CM Storm Enforcer mid-range gaming tower, and we're just going to look through some of the features which make it one of the best mid-range gaming towers there is, almost pushing on to the high aspect but still for a reasonable price. We'll start with the front of the case, and it has a 200mm LED intake fan in the front which glows a nice red, brings a bit of a more gaming jazzy feel, the big flashy LEDs. Then we have 4 external drive bays behind the lid, which you can just see here, and that also has an option to put a 3.5-inch floppy with it. Then you've got the front USB ports, which you can see at the top here. Now they come with 3.0, 2.0, audio, power and a reset button, so you can do practically everything you need to do from the front there, giving you a nice lot of options there. And then let's move to the top now. Now looking at the top of the case, you can see we've got this area here, which personally I use for just storing stuff, so your wallet, keys, I don't know, anything you want to put down, just to keep it away from the mess on your desk. As a gamer, we definitely want to do that. We want to keep everything out of our way so we don't knock it while we're playing. But you've also got at the top there, you can fit another 200mm fan or 2 120mm fans. So I've gone for the 2 120mm. Brings in great air cooling, so that's the best way to go for the top. Onto the back of the case. Well, let's start with a great function I always like. You can fit the water cooling sections here. You've got bits for it there. We've then got a 120mm exhaust fan below it. It can also fit 7+1 PCIe spaces, and has a bottom mounted power supply as well as a dust filter under the power supply, and that's a really good function because you know how dusty and messy it gets, and to clean under the bottom of it is a lot of effort, so lowering the dust count down there is perfect. Just before we go to show you inside of the case and how it's all managed in there, you can see we've got a window on the side of this one, and that's just basically for bragging rights and showing off what you've got inside, but still very cool if you want to go to LAN and be like, yeah, I've got these cards and my computer glows up all these colours. Now inside the case. Now this case is really spacious for a mid-range tower. You've got a lot of space. Now I'm running 2 6950 Radeon cards and they're very big, yet there is still plenty of room for stuff here. My cable management isn't that good, can't say I'm advanced in that, but there is plenty of room to do cable management in this case. You could make it 10 times better than what you see here right now. Now another thing to notice is you can fit up to two 2.5-inch drives in the caddy, 6 3.5-inch toolless drive bays, as well as 5 toolless 5.25-inch bays, so plenty of room there. You can fit anything you want in that way. You can also get a hard drive cage which would usually fit here, and that was an amazing function, but I took it out just to have more room for everything I've got going on here. But what you can do is slot it in there, you can rotate it, allowing you for complete customization, or you can just take it out like I want, which is perfect. As everyone knows, being gamers, when we want to go and max out, we really need to be able to customize everything inside, and this case allows that perfectly. Now here we have the temperatures. It's all pretty simple, all pretty standard for an idle temperature. Rating around 30 to 25 on the hard drives. We've got -126 degrees and +128 degrees, as you might spot on the video, but that is because we have an SSD and they do not monitor temperature inside them, so that's nothing to worry about. And then the rest of our temperatures all idling around 29 to 35, and that's quite a low idle temperature, and pretty damn good considering the computer's been on for about an hour already. So we're now going to play through some Skyrim, which is a pretty graphical, intense game. We've got that all set up to ultra, and we'll see what temperatures we get afterwards. Now before we were pushing like 80 on with the Bitphoenix case, so it'll be interesting to see what we get after an hour of playing Skyrim on this. So we actually ended up playing Skyrim for about an hour and a half, and the temperatures haven't skyrocketed anyway. The hard drives have stayed pretty much the same, gone a little bit higher by about 5 degrees or so, looking at 32 to 42, and then on the actual cores we've only hit up to 50 to 52 degrees, which is pretty damn low, and considering we were seeing before like 80 on the Shinobi case, that proves of the great cooling system we've got around here, and the space available in the CM Storm. That next we're going to just check out what our graphics cards temperatures are. So now, as you can see, they've got the AMD Radeon HD 6900 series. We're actually using two 6950s for this, and they're averaging, it says max it hit was 49 degrees, min 44, and the overall value at the moment is 44, and this is obviously in degrees C, but that is really low compared to what we were seeing before. One thing to take into account, it is quite cold in here at the moment. It's quite cold outside, it's winter time, but overall really great to see them low temperatures while playing a game such as Skyrim. So our final thoughts about the CM Storm Enforcer is that it's a great case. It has perfect features for cooling, great customization, which is what all us gamers need, and yeah, it's probably one of the best mid-tier towers that you can get at the moment, bordering on a high tower, and for the price, which you can get for about £60-70 now, it is very good and a great worthwhile investment. The only thing I would like to point out that I'd prefer to see on this is just more fans to come with it. We've had to use a few of our own here. Obviously fans don't cost that much now, but a few cases we've seen at this range, they've come with a bit better selection of fans. But overall, I would give the CM Storm Enforcer 8 out of 10. And of course, a big thank you to CM Storm and TLR for letting us to test out this product today. We look forward to testing many more of their products, and hopefully they can continue with the success of this one.